I can't really talk about the last 18 years in such a generalised way. I mean, it depends what you mean. You talk about the music's evolution. You're talking about how music has changed. You're talking about how I've changed. You're talking about, it's like I can't really deal with such huge generalities. I suppose I'm still amazed that we're still here. I suppose that's all I'd say.
Yes, Madrid! Madrid! ¿Cómo estás, Madrid? It's about that time Asian Dub Foundation is in your area. Say, Madrid, are you ready to rise? Come and rise. It's all about energy. Hey, time is not ticking, you better start thinking. Energy searching, a vision is blurring. Maybe you're feeling you're not up to scratch. Maybe you're thinking that now you met your match.
Well, I don't think it's an either or, is it? It's not either Asian Dub Foundation or Lady Gaga. There's a lot of stuff in between. You know what I mean? I take each piece of music as it comes, really. I don't think it helps to say someone is revolutionary and someone is not. I just don't think, these are just constricting labels. Who knows, Lady Gaga might do something that's really powerful and passionate and says something about the world. Or we might do a song which is about getting dressed up and dancing. I doubt it, but you never know. I judge each piece of music as it is. I don't really want to label someone like that. I mean, like someone like Lily Allen or something like that, her #1 record, The Fear, that had brilliant lyrics, absolutely brilliant lyrics. But you wouldn't necessarily say Lily Allen is a revolutionary, would you? I mean, the artist or the musician, it's about what they make at that moment. That's what you should judge them on, And I think, say, The Fear by Lily Allen had really quite, at least seriously socially conscious lyrics, Maybe her other stuff doesn't. Well, I think it's very healthy, it's very creative, no doubt about it. I mean, James Blake, I wouldn't necessarily call him a dubstep artist. He's quite left field, quite unpredictable, which is good. It's good that someone like that is getting heard. Magnetic Man, I think, have done some great kind of pop dubstep records, which is actually quite nice to hear that music, being a bit more mainstream in some ways, because, feminising that music, which is good. Yeah, I mean, I do like it. I think it's healthy, and I think it's continually creative and powerful. But I mean, me personally, other members of the band are really, really into it. I'm not, 100% listening to it all the time and going out to all the clubs all the time, but I like the energy. I appreciate the creativity. Well, it was impossible that it was recorded as a soundtrack to the Middle East because we finished it in, October last year. Music finds its situations, The fact is that History of Now isn't about the revolutions in the Middle East at all, but the actual sound of the track seems very appropriate, I think we're kind of exploring ourselves as human beings and how we relate to technology and where the world is now. Because it's changed. I think, in a way we did look back a bit, because I wanted to say, well, the band's been around for 18 years. And yet the music, the way we make music and distribute music, everything has completely changed beyond recognition, as has a lot of other things. And so I think it was good to actually use the music, use the album to mark this change and explore it and try and sort of like, well, what is the state of the world now, Not necessarily politically either, but a couple of songs, but generally like how we relate to each other in this new era that we're in,
500,000 marching in Londres, yes!
I mean, a history of now is a North African rhythm. It's actually Libyan, funnily enough, you know. So it's not really Bhangra at all. In Another Life, I wouldn't say it's strictly Bhangra, other than the fact that it's got some fantastic doll playing on it, you know. Something like London Eye has got a serious Bhangra kind of breakdown, you know. So, I don't know, I mean, it's like, I'm not really there to judge or follow what, you know, whether Bhangra is popular now or whatever, things like that, you know. I still think it's a very unexplored music form, actually. Within itself, I think, within itself, they've done loads of stuff and they've mixed it up with hip-hop and electronic stuff really well. But I still think there's some other areas that haven't really been explored in Bhangra, especially in a live band vibe. And I think we're doing that. I don't think anybody's doing with Bhangra what we've done with it.
Get hungry, get hungry, and take back the power. Put your face to the wall, no more time, and take back the power. We rise to be bold, and we're ready to forgive. I said we calm down, we burn down the place.
No, I wish I did. I think the thing about that is like money almost like seems to be this kind of demon or spirit that has a life of its own that no one seems to be able to control, you know. But it's all in our heads. Money's all in our heads. You know, if 1 million people in Madrid decided the euro was worth 1 cent rather than €1, if they all agreed, it would actually change the value of the coin, you know. It's all in our heads. It's like an unconscious contract that we have with each other to agree on what the value is, you know. It's very strange.
Take back the power. Your face to the yells, no more time on the beat. Take back the power. Till we rise, till we fall, and we're ready to continue. Yo, it's the Rangers. That's all right. What is it that shit back, you know? I'm with ya. I did it. Take it back, back. Take it back, back. I'll take it back, back. I'll take it back, I'll take it back, back. We take it back, back. We take it back.
Well, there's obviously quite a few. I mean, recent memory was our first gig in India. You know, that was definitely one of the best shows we've ever done. The last show in Barcelona was definitely one of the best shows we've ever done. But going back, you know, the first time to Japan, first time to New York, first time in about Sao Paulo in Brazil, and lots of very memorable shows, you know. Early shows in London, Shepherd's Bush Empire in London. First tour of France, first headlining tour of France. There's lots of great memories there, yeah. Hi, this is Chandrasonic from Asian Dub Foundation. You're watching UMO Online Television.